Hello everyone. I'm here. I've always been here. I'm sorry, I haven't posted anything recently. This video aims to correct that. I want to explain everything that's been going on in my life and keep you guys updated if you want to kind of know what's going on behind the scenes. I am doing this completely unscripted. I am doing this just as a sort of flow of consciousness. Recently, I have majored in philosophy. I finally done it. I finally done it. I have finished my studies. It's difficult. It's difficult. I want to say it's difficult, mainly because I finished my major and technically I'm not a student anymore. I've been a student for all of my life, ever since I was 6 years old, and now to just not be a student anymore, it feels very weird. It feels kind of out of place for me. So I don't know, it's just weird for me to not be a student anymore. And even more so, I want to say that the process of majoring was kind of a lot more difficult than it should have been. I still plan to build a website. I'll be hosting the website on NeoCities, which is a very, very interesting website, neocities.org. When I'll make that, I plan to translate my thesis and publish it there in English, of course, because right now it's just in Italian. And even the process of preparing it has been kind of very weird. The thesis itself is about the body, about corporeality in several contemporary authors that are still alive. This is kind of the weird part, because it's about the kind of current landscape of posthumanism. Think authors like Donna Haraway, Timothy Morton, Rosie Braidotti, and several other authors that are still very much in vogue today. And if you know me, that's not what I wanted to do. That's a fine topic. It's philosophy. That's what I wanted. That's my field. But it's not what I wanted to do. It's not what I wanted to do because I wanted to finish off with a grand plan on contemporary arts, on philosophy of art and literature and aesthetics. This is what I wanted to do. Instead, I've done another thing. Don't get me wrong, I'm still proud of what I made. It's not exactly short, it's 85 pages, and it takes a lot of kind of detours and explanations about several topics. I'm still proud of what I made. But it's not what I wanted to make, very simply. And so it's kind of sad for me to say this, but it's not exactly, it didn't end how I wanted it to end. But regardless, I'm still proud of what I made. It was a very well even thought out, and it was appreciated, and I passed with flying colors. So it's not that I'm complaining about the system or anything. No. I'm still very proud. But however, it's just that now I'm kind of floating in nothingness. I'm kind of I lost this kind of constant in my life, and it's always been there. This kind of half looming threat that is the school and exams and whatever. And yeah, it's not over, because I still plan to become a teacher somewhere in the future, but I'm still not there. And right now I'm taking a bit of time off after this extremely exhausting process of majoring, and the time off I'm taking is spent squarely on my game, so it's not exactly time off, but yeah. If you've been wondering where I've been, this is your answer. I've been finishing all my exams and I've majored. And now it's just a matter of finishing the game. Which game am I talking about? Well, for some reason, I still gravitated away from Forever. I don't know why. It's very difficult for me to go back to it for some reason. I don't know why. But it's very weird. It's a very, very weird thing mentally. But I've been working. I've been working on another game that aims to build the mechanics that will be used for Forever. And this is not something I am less proud of in regards to Forever, meaning that this is still a very ambitious project. I don't know when it will be done. I'll probably build a demo before it. I'm very, very much afraid of scope creep and over scoping everything. Right now I'm still building the base mechanics, but I want to say that I am almost done in building the base mechanics for this game. So why don't I just show you what I mean? As you've probably seen, there is a lot that goes into making this feel polished. This is my main point. I really, really love the process of polishing up things like this. This naturally takes sort of time. But I really love how this is turning up. Again, this is just the main menu. For now, I have done the main menu and the introductory cutscene. And I have done a couple of things. which I am going to show you right now. Please don't mind the background. This is just a test background, and I wasn't sure about the control layout to use for this game in order to have cuts or QTEs. I was originally trying to do WASD, but it gives you a bit of a strain on your hands, so I just ended up borrowing Olsu's layout with the mouse on one hand and Z and X on the other. So this is how it came out. This is just a test, and making this work out was incredibly difficult. It looks very simple, but it's not. The underlying technology here is not something I'm exactly proud of, but I'm going to show you anyway. Yeah, this is it has separate sounds for perfects and normal hits, and yeah. We're here in an empty scene. There is, as you can see right here, there is absolutely nothing going on, even though this was a test scene I made. This is completely empty, devoid of anything. Let's run the game. As you can see, there is a lot that is going on in the game, and I'll show you bit by bit what I've done. Or what goes into making a skeleton of a game, because all of these things are things that I made myself. So as you see, I've made an achievement manager. I have made custom cursors. I made the exact same cursor as in Exit Reality, the one with the whole trace effect, as you've seen. And the reason why I put the option, as you've seen in the main menu, to disable that is because this uses a sprite, as you see. The problem with that is that there is a kind of necessary 1 frame delay between you moving the mouse and the game responding. And something I really want to show off today is this data manager. This is one of the things I'm most proud of, because this, as you see, handles all data in the game, basically. It saves them, it handles the playtime, the health and location. I've made a dialogue manager that sidesteps some problems that I've encountered with the way I've managed dialogue in Exit Reality. The global environment that handles basically the dithering, all the effects you've seen. I've an info displayer that displays information, this mainly for debugging purposes. I've made a music player. There is also a setting manager for automatically loading separate save files. A transition manager that for now just has a basic fade in and out, but I wrote it so that it can handle much more, and an overlay which just shows you the kind of frame that you've seen around the main game. So And also, this is the latest thing that I've implemented. I've literally finished it today, which is the choice manager. So I'm going to show it one by one. So I've uh, managed to force myself to use very encapsulated things. So even though it's a lot of it's a lot of things, lots and lots of separate things. A lot of these things are uh, very small and very separated, because that's one of the main programming things that I've heard, and that in fact has allowed me to reach this point, is that you should do very small things that do one thing and one thing only. This is the data manager. This is where most of the game's information is stored. So these are just all the various components of the data manager, and these are things that do not need to be saved, basically. Things like if you can move because there is a choice, the zoom of the main camera, and the offset of the main camera. So these are variables that are not meant to be saved. In fact, there is no way to save these because there is no reason to. All the things that are to be saved are inside here. This is a custom class that I made, in which all things that need saving are saved. This is a much better approach to saving than what I made in Exit Reality. This is because when I'm developing the game, when I want to add something that needs saving, I have to modify one thing and one thing only, and all the various managers handle the rest. For example, what's the current music, what's the current audio bus layout, the current zone, the name of the player, the current main location, the sublocation, the playtime, the various stats of the player, and the game progression variables. When I need to modify this, and this is going to basically modify the kind of save file that the game is going to save. But since it's meant to be this kind of object, this kind of game data object, and the game knows how to handle resources, this is going to be much, much simpler. And I have already implemented a save system that works. So you create the save file directory, it creates another save file resource, which is a custom resource, which is extremely simple, as you see. It takes the actual data that needs to be saved and the index, like it's save file number 1, 2, or 3. It takes the current save file data from the data manager, and then it just resource saver save. It saves the resource, and if there is an error, these are all the debugging messages. And for loading, it just takes the whole thing in reverse. Since the actual things that need saving are handled externally from the save edit or the save manager, here with this game data object, I just if I want to manage things, I just have to use this and manage this and change how this behaves, and then everything is going to cascade down. So this is a very, very convenient thing for saving, and this is, I think, the most elegant and convenient way for me to actually develop the game. And yeah, the location managers handles where you are and it emits a signal where everything's changed, and the health manager handles health, as you can imagine. So it it manages adding or increasing the maximum amount of health and mana, and modifying these values if the player has died. And I've already made a lot of animations for this. This mana and health system, which I'll be calling immanence for health and transcendence for mana, but they're actually basically just health and mana. It's uh, as far as I can tell, it's fully working, it's fully developed, and it's ready to be used in actual scenarios. And right now, the fact that the player dies has no consequence, because I haven't actually made the death screen yet, because I still don't know what that would look like. But yeah, so I am really, really proud of this. And then you have the setting manager, which manages. This is a bit of a mess because I've changed different kind of layers for graphics mostly, but this saves input maps, that is keybinds, audio, audio levels, graphics, contrast, full screen, VSync, whatever, and language. And yes, I've finally figured out how to implement translations. And if you want, it's really not a technical thing to do. It's mostly boring, but anyone can really do it. It's basically filling out a spreadsheet, because Godot takes CSVs, or comma separated values, which is basically just an Excel spreadsheet. And if you want, if you have the time, if you want to contribute, you can just comment, or you can just contact me however you want or can, and just say, hey, I'd like to do a translation with this or in this language, and I'll be more than happy to include it in the game, since again, this is in all, or should be, bugs permitting, all already implemented, since I've done it with Italian, as you've seen. So yeah. So here you see all the code. I am really not jealous of anything. And yeah, this is a bit of a mess, as you see here, because I've switched graphics, adjusting ways to access things multiple times. So that changed. And so yeah, everything is already done here. And the setting save manager is basically almost a copy paste of the save manager for the game files, but of course it handles save file data instead of actual game data. And there are actually 3 different things that are saved, and one of them is the achievement file list, which right now is empty, of course, but I've tested it and it should work. So you have 3 different kinds of save files for this game. You have one save file for achievements, one save file for settings, and one save file for the actual game file. Another thing I've been able to do is QTEs. These are I've done this as a kind of preparation for the battle system, since the actual battle animations. I don't want to make just a basic turn-based combat a la Final Fantasy. and I'd really love to give it a little bit of spice. And these QTEs are actually kind of nice, I think, with custom animations for each, but they work similarly to Expedition 33 actual QTEs. Let me show you here. I'll show you what is happening. You have so I have this QTE animation. I'm going to temporarily put myself in timeout. This is an animation node or an animation mixer that takes basically two things. It has an inbuilt function, which is the initiate QTE, and you have the options here to manage if it's left or right, aka Z or X, the pitch of the sound. You've seen here that it increased the more it went. The speed, aka you want it to be fast, like faster reaction times, and if it's a single or a double note. It takes this and marker 2Ds, which are basically just, as you can see here, these are just basically 2D positions on the Cartesian plane, and this manages where the note is going to spawn. The actual way in which it is, or the precision is accounted for, is inside of the QTE. It is here in the abstract QTE class through this. This is completely adjustable, like the required precision for hitting is completely adjustable and should be adjustable by the player. This is measured in pixels. These 15 and these 5 are 15 and 5 pixels. Let me show you what I mean. This is the QTE button. This is the singular button. So you have a fade-in animation. You see still here the W with the WASD, but it's not going to show up in game. So you have the fade-in animation. You have the text is for the ending. Then you have the hitter, and this is where the precision is calculated. You see here I have 1 and 2 marker 2Ds. When you press the button, it calculates the distance between these 2 points, and if it's more or less than what you set it to, it sees it as a perfect or a miss, perfect or a normal hit. This is the code, if you want. Again, this works, and this is fine. I'm not too sure about this one. Mainly the problem I'm facing is with the succession of notes, like how to have multiple notes on the screen at the same time and have the game read the order in which the game should be kind of managing the inputs. That's my main problem. This is a start for a turn-based system. I have several ideas on how to spice up the normal JRPG battle system. This is going to be one of them. And it's going to be not a traditional turn-based game, turn-based in the sense of off, because you know me, I love off. That means that there is no predetermined order in which enemies and players act. It's all determined by whose bar fills up first, basically. That's the gimmick. And one thing that came to my mind is that what if you had the ability to influence that bar directly? And so one of the main gimmicks of my battle system is going to be that the fact that you can trade mana for speed, basically. You can click the bar that you want to fill up faster, and you can consume mana or transcendence in order to act not really first, but to quicken your turn. This will have an interesting dynamic where you kind of you shouldn't be spamming this because otherwise you'll not have enough mana for the actual attacks, but this comes with the obvious advantage of going first. So this, I think, can have an interesting dynamic. This is kind of my main idea for the battle system, which is for now completely non-existent. It's all here, it's all in my mind. I still have to build it. But you've seen how much stuff is here, and without even going into the actual game, how it behaves. And haven't finished. I haven't finished yet because I've been talking a lot about the dialogue manager, but how does your dialogue manager work? You need to understand that I wanted to emulate here and in Exit Reality the RPG Maker way of doing things. This resulted in what I called the action system internally. The action system is I've reworked it completely as it was in Exit Reality, and here it works like this. You have a button, an action button. This button, when you press it, takes how many actions you want it to take. And this is the RPG Maker way of doing things. So you can have camera zoom, you can you have the ability to initiate a choice, you have the ability to initiate dialogue, you have the ability to start music, to play a sound effect, to have transitions, and you can expand it to however you want, because here you have the base action, which every action inherits from, and it has, hey, the action is finished, and this method, which here does nothing, but for every action it does something different. And for example, here you see that I override this method. This is what this arrow here means. This means that this is a virtual method, and this means that every action has this method and it behaves differently in whatever action you have. And for example, here you see that in this in the camera zoom action, I changed the camera zoom, and here is something I didn't have to do before, but that I had to do now. This is basically telling the game, hey, await that the rendering server finishes drawing the frame. This gives a kind of time detachment in order for the actual signal of, hey, I finished, you can go on to the next action, to actually register, because it goes on too quickly. So you have, for example, the dialogue action. This calls, hey, dialogue manager, start a dialogue with the things that I have here. And so, dialogue manager, these are two scenes, two kind of actual dialogues, the things where the dialogue actually happens. This is just manager. You have the dialogue layer that comes from the bottom, and you have the dialogue layer that comes from the top. So it's setting the fact that you can't move. Here it is saying, hey, instantiate or actually create the dialogue, give it all of the data you need to give it, await the fact that it finished, emit the fact that it has finished, and kind of say, hey, you can move again. So what does the actual dialogue look like? This is what it looks like. Dial in. Aha, you can see this is a rich text label with BB code with the shake incorporated. The beauty of this is that you can write your own, and you can actually make your custom effects. It's not even that complicated. I managed to do a couple of things that I haven't installed here, and so yeah, this is the dialogue. So you see a very simple structure. And this is maybe the biggest um, actual piece of code for in this game yet. It does dialogue stuff. It manages the data. It manages the fade out and fade in. The various animations. It manages the name box, the colors if you want it to be transparent or not, the sounds it's playing, and did I actually implement the font? I don't think so. I think I'll have to do it. Ah, you know why I didn't implement the font? Because because you can implement it directly in the BB code, and you don't have to implement it in code. You can implement it directly when you're writing the dialogue. Here you can see, oh, is it formatting the BB code? Here I have a custom things, which is, hey, when this character don't when this character wait half a second in order to give a bit more pacing to the dialogue. And when you have this character here, truncate the dialogue flow and await for input. And for all the others, just add and if the sound cooldown is 0, you start the cooldown and play the sound. This input is just to register when the player has passed to the next line. Very well. So this is how the dialogue manager works. And here you can see all the code yourself. Again, I plan to make this open source. I'm not sure if I will, but this code is yours. This code works. It's not perfect, but if you want to kind of learn something from this, you have all the right to. Not that you'd be able to learn much, since I'm still learning myself. Yeah, this is basically all I want to show for now. Again, there are a lot of other things that I haven't shown you. For example, the achievement managers and all the less interesting stuff. This is how it's been going. So you see that there is a lot of work to do, but it's coming out pretty polished. And mind you, all of these things are work together in tandem. So whatever game I want to use them in, they are able to work because they work in isolation. It's been very nice to finally communicate with you again, and now I'll get back to work since I have no more excuses as to things in life are going on and whatever. But yeah, this has been just an update video. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you've learned something. And if you haven't, I hope that you have at least had fun. And I hope to publish this game as soon as possible, because it's been way too long since I've published anything, and I really, really, really want to publish again sometime. I can maybe do some game jams in the meantime, because this is shaping up to be a bit of a long project, but I'm really, really happy with how it's going. It's been an absolute pleasure, and thank you again so much to everyone for your immense support. It means the world to me. And as always, to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. And it's never too late to seek a newer world. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye.